Welcome to our 2020 Light Up a Life service. Who knew this time last year when we gathered at Kendal Parish Church and at the church in Lancaster that things would be so different for all of us? COVID has really had an impact on our communities, on our lives, but I'm really proud to say that the one thing it hasn't had any impact on whatsoever is the tremendous compassion and care that the team at St John's have continued to show and provide for patients in need in our community. Tonight's a bit of an experiment for us. A virtual service is really not what we expected, and we're really grateful to SWS UK who've provided us with some funding so that we can make tonight's service happen. So we hope from the comfort of your own home, from your own armchair, that there's something in this service this evening that you can enjoy. Some readings, some poetry, some music, some stories from relatives. We just want you to know that as we approach this festive season, it can be a difficult time, and we hope you find some comfort in the service and the time that you spend with us for the next half an hour or so. From everybody at St John's Hospice in this festive period, we wish you and the people who matter to you, we wish you well. And we hope you enjoy spending a short time in reflection with us, thinking about those we've loved and lost, past and present, as Christmas approaches. Thank you for supporting St John's Hospice, and you are all in our thoughts this Christmas.
I've watched them all these past few days. I've seen what's in their heads. I felt their brief desires. They were home locked down instead.
Yet here they are until their stay, unless they catch it too. They'll not turn and run for home. They'll fight, not flight for you.
No chance to social distance, no way to work from home. How do you feed or change someone from a desk over a phone?
They sacrifice their home time, can't put their kids to bed. Instead they took your loved ones up, say sleep tight to them instead.
And despite their fears and worries, their humour still remains. Their endless positivity is keeping them all sane.
It's a global epidemic, a crisis we've not seen, yet somehow they're staying calm and working as a team.
They're shielding their families from what's outside the door. They show their kids their happy face, though inside they are flawed. So when these days are over and normal days return, I pray from all this darkness a lesson has been learned. It takes a special person to carry out this role, to care for people's loved ones with all their heart and soul. We're also very grateful for all in social care. When COVID-19 locked us down,
They stayed, they fought, they cared.
Though we need to weep your loss, you dwell in that safe place in our hearts, where no storms or night or pain can reach you. Your love was like the dawn, brightening over our lives, awakening beneath the dark, a further adventure of colour. The sound of your voice found for us a new music that brightened everything. Whatever you enfolded in your gaze quickened in the joy of its being. You placed smiles like flowers on the altar of the heart. Your mind always sparkled with wonder at things. Though your days here were brief, your spirit was live, awake, complete.
We look towards each other no longer from the old distance of our names. Now you dwell inside the rhythm of breath, as close to us as we are to ourselves. Though we cannot see you with outward eyes, We know our soul's gaze is upon your face, smiling back at us from within everything to which we bring our best refinement. Let us not look for you only in memory, where we would grow lonely without you. You would want us to find you in presence, besides us when beauty brightens, when kindness glows, and music echoes eternal tones. When orchids brighten the earth, darkest winter is turned to spring. May this dark grief flower with hope in every heart that loves you. May you continue to inspire us, to enter each day with a generous heart, to serve the call of courage and love, until we see your beautiful face again, in that land where there is no more separation, where all tears will be wiped away from our mind, and where we will never lose you again.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Saviour's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, O hear the angel voices, O night divine, O night when Christ was born. O night divine, O night divine. Truly he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains he shall break, for the slave is a brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy in grateful chorus raise we, let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Oh, praise his name forever. His power and glory evermore proclaim. His power and glory evermore proclaim.
I love your happy side, your sad side, your silly side, your mad side. I love your fingers and your toes, your ears and nose. I love your hair and your eyes, your giggles and cries. I love your walking and running, silent and talking. I love you through and through, yesterday, today, tomorrow too.
Good evening. My name is Catherine and this is my story about the connection I have with St John's Hospice. My dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer 4 years ago. With treatment and regular checkups, he continued to live his life the best he could. But time eventually took its toll as the cancer progressed further. And so last November he was admitted to St John's for a blood transfusion and some well-needed respite care. It was from here that my dad remained at St John's for several weeks. Unfortunately, he never came home. He was a happy and very chatty person with a great sense of humour. Even when he was so poorly, he always managed to smile for you. I was so touched to see the staff saw past my dad's illness and got to know him as a person, not just a patient. I think they became rather fond of him too, as he was of them most certainly. Hospice was a word my dad initially feared. I believe he associated it with giving up with death. But eventually, once he settled into St John's, he came to realise that the true meaning stood for compassion, dignity, comfort, and above all else, a better quality of life during one's final journey. At St John's, my dad was able to let go of his fears and embark upon his own final journey, both peacefully and unafraid. This was so important for my family and I. St John's made my dad's time there so dignified to the very end. The staff worked tirelessly and did so much to make his days as pain-free and comfortable as possible. And at the same time, to care and support us as a family too really does prove how truly special the hospice is. Everyone involved made the last few days with my dad and the family so very special. He passed away on Boxing Day last year, with his beloved family by his side. To have had St John's be part of my dad's journey was a privilege, because we could not have got through this painful, difficult time without their care, support and guidance given so freely by them all. To say the staff care is an understatement. Their hearts are so full of love, compassion and respect, not just for the patients, but for the families too. St John's really is a very special place, filled with very, very special people. Thank you all so much, not just for what you did for my dad, but for all you continue to do for others. Thank you.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright.
I will shortly light a central candle to honour and celebrate all of our loved ones. I also invite you to join me in safely lighting a candle this evening as we also switch on our hospice tree lights. May we all unite now in silent reflection for 1 minute, remembering all those we have loved and continue to love through all that they have given us. May the many gifts in love that they have given us instill courage and lift our hearts. And in these difficult times, while we often cannot physically wrap our arms around each other, let us find ways of being loving presence to ourselves and all those around us.
In 2008, our father Les was diagnosed with cancer. Like many in similar situations, we never had cause to be around St John's Hospice before this difficult time. From the first visit, it was clear that it was not as we'd feared it would be. It didn't feel like a hospital or a miserable place with people waiting for the inevitable whilst suffering with whatever illness would cause them to be there.
In fact, yeah, it was the complete opposite of that, because it struck us immediately that it's actually a happy place, that it's full of hope and full of very caring people. Not necessarily hope of a cure, but hope that that somehow everything will be okay, and that through their support they will get you through it. Yeah.
Les didn't stay in the hospice too long. It was about 10 days from memory.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long time's passed now, but the hospice left a lasting impression with us both. I mean, since then I've visited the hospice many times, probably far more than I did while he was in there. Christmas trees every year, different fundraising events, and actually a very pleasurable fact of going and giving money from personal fundraising.
I mean, I think we're all aware in the community of the cost of running the hospice. The facts and figures, are astronomical. And whilst one event, it merely scratches the surface of what they need, as a community, if we're all doing things to help them and it all adds up together, it just helps get them through and, move them on to next year and the year after and so on.
I think I initially started my fundraising not so long after Dad had passed. We did 2 charity rock nights at the Carlton with the bands I was playing in at the time. Like live magic as well from Kev, raffles, all sorts of other fun things. And then more recently, Ben and I have been doing things together in the form of long distance running.
Yeah, I think I did my first ever half marathon in 2015, and I ran that for the hospice. And then 2 years later, in 2017, we did it together again at Silverstone.
That was my first half marathon.
That was your first, yeah. And then in 2019, Max did the Great North Run again for the hospice. And so that sort of set us on a bit of a path, really. But the one that we're most proud of is this year, at the beginning of lockdown, we got a team of 4 of us together, and we decided to run 19 miles every 3 days for a period of 3 months.
We called it the Coronavirus Challenge as a bit of a play on words, but it was to symbolise that our actions were both because of and in spite of the virus and the situation we were in. The team of 4, we're all like-minded, positive people, like to make the best of any situation that's put in front of them. So together we saw an opportunity in the face of that to do something positive for both our own physical and mental health, but also for the hospice at the same time.
Now, for those of us who like stats, and one of our runners, Steve, particularly enjoys a statistic, we ran 570 miles and ran for a total of 87 hours and 45 minutes between the 4 of us. So that's an average of 85 pence per minute of running earned and £7.82 per mile. We were also joined by a second team of 4 runners, which was a group of friends of ours who joined us halfway through the challenge to show their support. And we were just really made up with the support from the wider community, which definitely kept us going, especially on those days when it was raining and it was cold and it wasn't a day you'd want to be out running. We finished up hitting 4 times our original target, and we hit £4,400. So we absolutely made up with that. It was a really special moment.
Yeah. But I mean, all I can say is I hope I die in my sleep at the age of 100 after doing a press up for every year and opening my telegram from the Queen. But should that not be the case, I hope I'll be lucky enough to be able to receive the same compassion as our father and so many like him have from the wonderful people at St John's.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The hospice has got such a big impact on so many local families, both within our own circle of friends and the wider town. The reason for doing all this is because it provides funds for the next lot of people who need the services. Because if everybody does that and everybody gives back, then there's something there for the people in the future.
So we're still here, still looking after our patients.
Excuse me.
Hello.
We are still here.
We're still here.
We're still here. We're still working.
This is the way things are. And this is the way they have to be.
On the PPO. She's the glamorous one. We're still here.
We're still here.
We're still here.
We're still here. We're still working.
We're still here.
We are still here.
We are still here.
We're still here.
We're still here. We're still working.
From everyone at St John's Hospice, we wish you well this Christmas.